What's up, guys? Once again, it's Jonathan. I'm here. I just made a video for the big games coming up. Uh, this coming up week, the Alabama Auburn game and the Arkansas LSU game. But this video, I'm going to talk about the Heisman race and how it's shaping up and who I think is going to come out with it and why. I'm sorry about that. Okay, at this point, the standings are Trent Richardson holds the top spot, and this is according to ESPN Experts poll where they have actual voters. Trent Richardson leads. Then it follows Andrew Luck, Robert Griffin, Case Keenum, Matt Barkley. Okay, so those are the top five. And behind that, you have Monty Ball from Wisconsin, Kellen Moore, Boise State, Brandon Weeden from Oklahoma State, so on and so forth. And then Michael James is all the way down, almost at the end of the list. He's just above Luke Clucci. I'm sorry about that. I don't know how to say his name. But one of the stories is Brandon Weeden. Last week before the Iowa State game, he was leading by not a considerable amount, not a large amount, but enough. He was ahead of Andrew Luck and Trent Richardson, the first person to be in front of Andrew Luck. And he was in front, and after one bad game against Iowa State, he moved all the way down to 7th or 8th. I'm sorry. That's a very big drop, which means anything can happen. We have what two and a half weeks till the Heisman race ends, and it's still anybody's game. Robert Griffin, I mean he was at the top early in the season, then he dropped off the list after Kansas State, I think, and then after Oklahoma, he dropped off. Nobody heard about him, and then he comes back. I mean, not Oklahoma State or somebody like that, but he beats Oklahoma at Baylor, and he's right back up at number 3 after you didn't hear about him after the 3rd week. He is a great quarterback. He can beat you with his legs, and as he showed, he can beat you with his arm against Oklahoma. He had 400 yards passing, 479 total yards in that game, a school record. Yeah, Andrew Luck, I don't think he was the leader for about 8 or 9 weeks. He started the season being the leader, and then Brandon Weeden jumped him, and then after Weeden went down, Trent Richardson jumped him. So I don't know. I think he started out good, but he's starting to dip off ever since that loss to Oregon when he threw 3 picks, I think, in that game, 2 picks, something like that. He's dropped off a lot, and I just don't think he's lived up to the hype. I think Trent Richardson, he's lived up to the hype, but he can lose it at any time. He's at the top right now, but Robert Griffin and Andrew Luck are on his tail, and Matt Barkley is coming out of nowhere. I don't know where he came from. He had the last 3 games, he's looked like an NFL quarterback, and he's up there at number 5. Case Keenum, he's a monster. You already know this. He had that 9-touchdown game early in the season. I think he's a leader in touchdowns and passing yards and completions. Yada yada yada. He's a monster. That's all I got to say. And then Kellen Moore, he was at the top past 2 or 3 years, and this year Boise lost to TCU, and even before that, he was not at really the front of the list. I don't think he was ever above 5th or 6th. He just hasn't been there. I think he's the winningest quarterback in FBS history now, and he just hasn't shown up. Now the thing about Trent Richardson, Andrew Luck, and Robert Griffin is that you get more points for first place votes than you do for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th and 5th. Now Trent Richardson has a lot of 1st and 2nd place votes, but he doesn't have a lot of 3rd and 4th. So that's why he's so high up there, because 1st and 2nd count a lot. Andrew Luck has a lot of he has a lot of all of them, sort of. He has a good amount of 1st, not a great amount of 2nd, a great amount of 3rd, and then he drops off to almost none at 4th and 5th. Robert Griffin has a lot at 1st, a few at 2nd, and then 4th and 5th is where he has all his votes. So Trent Richardson's, all his votes are 1st and 2nd. Andrew Luck's is kind of 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and then he has none. And Robert Griffin, his are more at the back. He has a lot at the back. And Matt Barkley, Case Keenum, he's just in the middle. Matt Barkley has 1 or 2 first place votes there. But I think the Heisman race will depend. The Heisman race is in Trent Richardson's hands. If he plays good against Auburn, in my last video I said he will get about 175 yards of offense. If he has a good game against Auburn, I think if he has a game I talked about, he will win the Heisman. He will be the third winner from the state of Alabama in a row. He will be the second winner from the University of Alabama in 3 years. And that would be completely epic. So it's all up to Trent Richardson. And if you disagree, if you think Luck's going to win it, or Robert Griffin, please comment on it. I'd love to hear your opinions. And please subscribe. Happy Thanksgiving.